Let's try it again. Hello, hello, hello. It's Teresa with In the Garden Tarot. I am doing free blind readings, and what that is when you have a question, rather than telling me your question, I just want you to think about your question while I shuffle the cards, and then I'll go ahead and do your reading. And all I ask of you is that you focus on your question while I'm shuffling the cards, and that you listen to the reading with an open heart. I would suggest that if you have a pen and paper handy, that you do take notes, because sometimes Spirit has a message for you that has nothing to do with maybe your original question, but is still important. So yeah, it looks like I'm here now. Okay, so I'm going to attempt again to use my, well, where is it? There it is. Prompt here and see what happens. Meanwhile, I'm just hanging out here, and yes, your eyes are not deceiving you. I am actually in my bed. I'm always trying these different ways to present the reading each night, and normally what I do is I have the camera pointed down so you just see the cards, but I thought I'd try a different approach tonight. I thought I'd have the camera pointing at me, so I'll show you the cards. I'll hold them up to the camera like this. I feel like you get a clearer picture too. When they were laying on I know with some people, when they have them laid out like that, they're like washed out. It's hard to see the cards, and I like to see them. There we go. My prompt came up. That's what I was waiting for. So yeah, as I was saying a little earlier, it's ragweed season here in West Tennessee, and I am highly allergic to ragweed, and I went out of the house very briefly and came back with a horrible headache. My lungs were killing me. I'm feeling much better now, but I'm still a little, I'm such a delicate flower. Oh my goodness. So what's going on? Yeah, I've had, I'm working on the membership now. It's going to be on Buy Me a Coffee, and towards the end of October, I'll be opening up a membership. It's $5 a month, and it's $5 for everybody. There are no tiers, and what you get for that $5 is, first of all, I'll do a monthly reading for the collective, as in the collective of the members. I'll also offer everyone in the membership one free reading a month, and we'll do that during a live stream. What you'll do is you just come into a live stream that I'll let you know about, and you just let me know I'd like to have my free reading, and we'll do it right there. I'll be blogging, which the blogging will be free. You don't have to actually be a member to read the blog. I'll be offering some exercises and tips and information that will help you to understand the tarot better, and to perhaps learn to read yourself. It's kind of a core personality trait that I tend to be a teacher. I actually did teach in public schools for a number of years, but what do I want to say? I know that a lot of people are intimidated. They can't get past like reading the book, and they say, oh, I can never be good at this because I always have to refer to the book. There's nothing wrong with that, not at all. But I'll be offering some information, some helpful tips and exercises for you to try and get away from using the book as your source. And then on a surprise basis, so it won't be every month, if you're willing to provide your mailing address, I will be making some what they're called happy mails, some little gifts that I'll be making and sending to my members. a lot of surprise basics, so like not every like 2 months or anything like that, but something along those lines. As a matter of fact, I made a video today about using one of those exercises in a book that I still can't pronounce. Let me see if I can look at the word and figure it out. Because I think it's like an invented word, the title of this book. Let me find it. Tarosophy by Marcus Katz, Katz. And he has a beginning, intermediate, and advanced section as far as like elevating your tarot reading skills. Anyway, so the exercise is to give a metaphor to describe your tarot deck, or tarot in general. And the example he gave was tarot is a key. And so I picked a metaphor. I said tarot is a tool. And then he said for you to explain what you thought that the tarot was, what it does. And I said tarot is a tool that repairs things or fixes things. And then he said for you to pull a card to represent that statement. And my statement being, tarot is a tool that fixes things. And the card that I pulled was the world. So that whole sentence is, tarot is a tool that fixes the world. And I thought that was really cool, and it really touched on something that very much attracts me to the tarot, which is the ability to use it as a way to explore your own psyche and to grow as a human being. And so I like that. I'd like to think that tarot is a tool that could heal the world. But I'm just going to be here, sitting here quiet for a minute. I keep looking at the screen, which is just to my right of the camera. So if I appear to not be looking right into the camera, that's why. Hey, Devaya, how are you? It's so good to see you. I'm glad you made it in. Devaya. I wasn't want to say it a different way every time I see you. How are you doing? Can you hear me okay? I'm assuming that I'm making noise. I don't really know. I was just saying earlier in the recording that ragweed pollen is really high right now. So I've been kind of because I'm allergic to ragweed, but otherwise I'm okay. It's been a good day. I'm glad that you're doing well, though. Oh, good. Thank you. I never know. I'm like super paranoid about it, too. So I'm doing something different today, as you can see. I am going to try going about this in this manner. I feel a little awkward staring at a camera, but I don't know. I just decided to try something new. So we're doing blind readings tonight, which it says Nightbot kind of explains it up above your message there. So rather than you telling me your question, when you're ready, you can just focus on your question. I'll shuffle on the cards while you focus on it, and then we'll see what we get. So you let me know when you're ready. We'll see how it goes. I'm using my Apocalypsis deck today. Although I have the Illuminati one as well, which is the same artist. There's another deck that's, I can't remember the name of it now, but it's a round deck. And I so badly want to buy this deck because the Chariot card is a magic carpet. And I think it's so unique and cool. So I thought, but I can't keep buying decks, especially if I plan on leaving on an airplane and going to a different country. I can't carry all my decks with me, so that's the rationale I give myself for why I can't buy more decks, but we'll see how long that lasts. So what have you decided? Are you going to go see your family? You were talking about going to see your family. I don't know how much of a lag there is. Did you want to go ahead and do a blind reading? Let me know. Let me know if you're ready. Oh, I don't know. I think maybe I lost you. It shows you're here, but maybe you're not. Okay, so are you ready for a blind reading? Just say yes. Okay, so I want you to think about your question. Don't tell me what it is, just think about your question while I shuffle the cards for you. Let's see what advice comes through with Dee's question. Okay, so first card we're going to look at is kind of like a snapshot of where you are right now. So the card we have here is the Five of Wands. So, got some big things coming through that are really challenging, but you do have support. You're not alone in that challenge. When we look at the Five of Wands, it's you with other people working together to solve a problem that is vexing all of you, whatever it is. With the Pentacles, it could be co-workers, it could be close family members, it could be even with something like problems in the home, like it's you've got mechanical problems in the home, like I don't know, the plumbing blows up or the electricity doesn't work, something like that. So that's what's kind of going on with you. And then the next card we have here is kind of the obstacles, the things that are in your way, and what we have here is the Ten of Swords. So with the Ten of Swords here, it's very, very painful, mentally very, very painful what's going on. So I think that one thing that's kind of standing in your way and preventing, kind of freezing you and keeping you from moving forward is being very troubled by a lot of things in your mind. There may be a lot of pain going on internally that you may not be expressing externally, but you are experiencing. And then the next card here is the advantage that you have, the things that work in your favor. And we have the Queen of Swords. So that's a good card to have. She is upright. So when you have the Queen of Swords, you have someone that really cuts through the BS. Someone, either yourself or another person, who can really get to the heart of a matter and see things in a very clearly, without the kind of fog and confusion that can be caused by the emotional aspect of stuff. And they're very analytical, and they also can be, even as far as someone that is in the law, like an attorney or a judge, that can look at a situation and then make a fair decision about, what should be done in that situation. So whether that's you or whether that's a helper, I'm inclined to think that it's another person because of this, the cooperative nature of the Five of Wands here. And then the next card we're going to look at, so we had what represents you, obstacles, things that are helping you, the best possible outcome. We have another queen, the Queen of Wands. So the best possible outcome is that it is a positively aspected card. So what it does is it ignites in you, it kind of frees you up to take more risks and to pursue the things that you really want. It also, you know how like when you're not feeling so great, like things are not going your way, you kind of stop taking care of yourself. Like you don't want to bathe, you don't want to go out of the house and do anything. You maybe indulge in some things that are not healthy for you in order to numb the pain. With the Queen of Wands properly aspected, it kind of like, it indicates healing, because a lot of times fire is a healing energy, and it also is a destructive energy, and in fact it has to destroy something has to be consumed in order for the healing to occur. So it's rising, it's like the phoenix rising out of the ashes. Things had to be destroyed and torn down in order for healing to occur. And then the most likely outcome, I'm glad to see the most likely outcome is the Five of Pentacles reversed. So things, I don't know, are you looking for a job or something? I think I may have lost you. But I'm wondering if you're looking for a job, because we have that we started out with the Five of Pentacles and kind of that teamwork, working together on a problem. And then we end up with the Five of Wands. We end up with the Five of Pentacles, which is about being on the outside looking in, or also sometimes can indicate not being financially stable, in a financially stable position. So I get the feeling that if you are looking for a job, that the answer is that yes, things will start looking up for you financially in the very near future. So I'm not sure. It shows it's just one person in there, which I think is me. So I may have lost you again. I'm not sure. But you can always look at the replay. If for some reason I've lost you, maybe I haven't. Maybe that is you. I'm trying to get back to my live. I think that. Yeah, that is you. Sure, that's what I'm getting. So working together with a group of people to kind of get things going. Having an obstacle of a lot of mental anguish, perhaps anxiety, but then having a person, either yourself or another person. Okay, good. I wasn't sure if I lost you or not. Are you looking for a job? Are you looking for a job or something along those lines? You got the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom. So wherever you are now, things are going to be looking up for you. The Wheel of Fortune is in your favor at the moment. Just remember that its effects are fleeting, so you really have to grab the opportunity when it presents itself. Don't hesitate. Okay, it does look like the job is going to get better, and when I look at the that very first card, the Five of Wands upright, I get the feeling that there are other people around you that are kind of helping you, like whether it's a networking thing or just friends. People are helping you with that issue, and this person in particular is helping you. Now, I don't know if it's a different person, if it's just you, but when I look at the complication here being the Ten of Swords, it's kind of beating yourself up, and then I see this Queen of Swords coming to the rescue. I just feel like it's someone else. There's someone that is in your life that can give you a clearer view of things. Yeah, it looks like it is going to get better, though. That Five of Pentacles reversed is good, because the Five of Pentacles upright is about being on the outside and being in a state of poverty, so that's good. Are you talking about like a medical residency, or you mean like permanent residency, like being able to live there as a permanent residence? It's probably you. Could be. So you're looking to get, I think what you're saying when you say residency, you're talking about getting like a permanent residency in Peru so that you can live there without you don't have to have a visa and don't have to leave every few months or whatever. Yeah. So it's been a struggle. Is it hard? Is it because of bureaucracy, or are you just having a hard time getting the paperwork together? Because you need to have the residency to work, I'm assuming. Looks like I lost you. That's okay. Yeah. You need to get it in order to work, right? Yeah. Paperwork's a real pain. And, I know that, when I've researched it, having to have all this stuff apostilled, so it's kind of a big hassle for me, because I have to get on a bus and take a bus to a whole other city. It's 200 miles away, and go to the federal government building and do all that stuff. It's kind of, and they also have like limits, like it has to be at least no more than 6 months old and stuff like that. Apostilled. That's why for a little while I was thinking about going to Panama, because Panama is unique in that you can do all that in country. You don't have to bring it with you, allegedly. But I don't know. Things are getting pretty bad here. Things are bad here and getting worse. Here in the United States, that is. I think I meant to change my settings for so that it doesn't require you to subscribe to join this. Yeah. It's just you have to have like all this timing, and then some countries it takes forever. It's like the bureaucracy is like crazy, from what I understand. I don't really know. I was looking at Chile earlier today, which is kind of funny because when I came back from China, Chile was the country I was going to go move to. Yeah. Yeah. It's like getting everything, the timing and getting everything in the right order, and then dealing with the other country's bureaucracy is difficult. Is difficult. I haven't been on live in a long time. I almost didn't tonight, but then I started feeling the pull to come and do it. Is that why you have to go home? You were talking about, I think the last time I talked to you, you were talking about going to visit family. Was it in Europe? I think it was in Europe. The nice thing about Chile is it's 90 days when you first arrive in the country, and then you can get an extension for another 90 days. So that's 6 months. So that's appealing to me. But as I've said a million times, the first thing that has to happen is I've got to get my passport renewed. It's about to expire. So hopefully I'll be able to do that beginning of next month. That's the plan, anyway. Yeah. A friend of mine has, what is it they call it? They are a EU, they have an EU passport. So that gives them a lot of freedom as far as like living in Europe and working in Europe. I'm not sure how they have a EU passport, but they mentioned it last time I talked to them. Yeah. I know what I'm looking for. I just can't make up my mind. Which is unusual for me. I'm usually pretty, I make up my mind and I stick with it. But this has been more difficult. I'm not sure why. I'll let you know if I figure it out. I guess that's on my screen. I see something. It looks like it's on the wall, but I think it's on my screen. There we go. So are you working right now? I was watching, now that I like post these tarot reading things, I get a lot of yeah, I've been doing those on Sundays. I have one that posts on Sundays. The thing is that you look at options. I don't the minute something feels like a job, like I have to be someplace at a certain time and schedule things, I just don't want to do it. I'm retired. So I'm trying not to be too I'm trying not to box myself in right now with times and things. I feel like when I first started, I was like getting on every day, and it was starting to feel more like a job and less like a calling. So I've been backing off and rethinking a lot of things, like with the donation readings, instead of having 3 different levels, I just have the one flat reading. And doing the blind I'm trying to be consistent on 2 things: doing the blind readings at least once a week, and doing the week ahead pick-a-cards that are on Sunday. It's nice that you have options to look at. See, I'm not in that world anymore. I'm not, I'm retired, so I'm not working or looking for a job. So that's made a big difference in the way I spend my time, I guess. Yes, and I gotta say, I started to say a minute ago that YouTube feeds me all of these now because it sees that I do the tarot, and I see some pretty crazy stuff, things that are crazy to me, and it's kind of discouraging. And that's another reason I don't want to be on too much, because I feel like there's so many people out there doing tarot, having very different perspectives on it. I've seen people do this thing where they just, yeah, a lot of them do, including Chile. They do this thing where they're just kind of shuffling the cards, and they're just throwing cards out and saying blah blah blah, and they shuffle some blah blah blah, and I'm like, that's a new one, me. But people like it. I don't do the blah blah blah. It seems like, I don't know if they've probably always been there. It's just that the algorithm hadn't identified that for me. But it seems like all of a sudden I'm seeing all these readers. It's really weird. So I'm still kind of playing with options. A friend of mine was in France not that long ago, and she was getting online to do live readings. And what's interesting is that when she was in France, she got other people from other countries coming for getting readings, which she didn't before. and I don't get people, well, I get you, I guess, but so I thought that was interesting. I don't know. I'm not motivated in the same way as I used to be when I worked at a regular 9-to-5 job. Yeah, there are some really interesting readers out there. Yeah, well, I mean, myself included. I mean, I would like to either have people donate for readings or build up enough time and interaction to get, what do they call it, monetization, one or the other. I mean, but it's not like my main source of income. It would just be like an extra money for me. But for me, it's just like having the energy to do things and having the desire to do things isn't consistent. Hi, Phantom Punk. Welcome in. So good to see you. It's going okay. If I seem a little low energy, it's just allergies. Vaya and I were just talking about all the readers there are now on, well, probably always, but I'm noticing more since on TikTok, or not on TikTok, on YouTube. Phantom, do you, are you, GTS way? Oh, okay. I am ready to do a reading for you. It's blind readings tonight, so just tell me when you're ready. And when you are, just think about your question, and I'll shuffle the cards, and we'll see what the cards have to say. Just let me know when you're ready. Devaya, one of these days I'm going to get your name right consistently. I know I stumble over it all the time. So just say ready or let's go or whatever, and then I'll start shuffling the cards and you can think about your question. Okay, so think about your question as I shuffle the cards for Phantom Punk. Both of us remembering to keep an open heart as we hear the wisdom of the tarot. Okay, let's see what the cards have to say. So the first card is going to represent where you are right now, and what you got is the Magician. So fully prepared and equipped for whatever is coming your way. This represents someone who has reached a level of adulting. The maturity is there. Then this is kind of the obstacle, the thing that's kind of causing problems for you. And what we have is the Tower reversed. So not as severe as if the Tower were upright, but still it's just this, it's like you keep trying to move forward and keep trying to accomplish something, and all these little things come along and kind of get in your way. That's weird. You've got a lot of things kind of tripping you up and diverting you from your goal, and that's kind of getting in your way there. So that's what's kind of your obstacle, and what is the advantage? What's helping you? Oh, we have 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups upright. So a nice, warm, friendly, and safe family life. This can be your actual family or your chosen family. But just that fulfillment that comes from being connected with other people who you care about. It's usually, although chosen family of course is a different thing, but it's usually people who are like family or people who actually are family that are supporting you right now. And you're fulfilled emotionally by them. So, sorry, my throat gets so dry. So the most likely outcome for you right now, it's funny. That's good. That's funny that because Devaya got the same card, I think in a different position. Most likely outcome right now with the situation you're thinking about is the Ten of Swords. So the Ten of Swords is kind of like you're done. You're just done. But the fact that it's a 10, it kind of makes it an end of a cycle. So when I go back to the thing that's kind of getting in your way here, the Tower, and then we progress because of the support of your family, we progress to the Ten of Swords. So we could look at the Ten of Swords as like, okay, all those little things that were getting in your way and causing you to be diverted from your goals and tripping you up, those are going to come to an end on your current course. So that's the likely outcome. And then the final card, where we'll be seeing you in, looks like in a couple months, is the Prince of Pentacles. So you're going to be in good shape. I don't know what your question was about, but I think you're going to be in good shape towards the end. Prince of Pentacles is the Knight. So good energy coming in with stability and career and things like that. Yeah, I think that, well, you still, I think, are going to experience some of them, but I think with the Ten of Swords being in the position it's in, I think it will be passing away. So I will ask you, what was your question? Oh, just what's happening in the near future? Things are going to get better, but I will say about the thing I don't like, well, I don't dislike, one thing to keep in mind with the Prince of Pentacles is he's the slowest moving energy of all of them. So the words that come to mind is it might sneak up on you. Whatever it is, it might be sneaking up on you. Well, thank you so much for coming in. I really appreciate it. So you feel like that resonated, even though I didn't know the question? I don't know if you caught the little video I uploaded where I talked about how that's how I used to do my readings in person, was not knowing the question up front. I feel that it just, I don't know, it just seems like it works just as well, if not better, than knowing the question up front. Well, good. I'm glad to hear that. I cannot believe I've been here almost an hour. Feels like I just got here. You're welcome, Phantom. Thanks for coming in. I'm looking at the screen. I should be looking at the camera. Thanks for coming in. It was nice of you to come in again. It's always good to see you. I gotta set this up so the camera is lined up with my screen. Oh, I just had an idea. Move the chat over here. There we go. Guys, I'll be right back. I've got to turn the air down. I get real hot when, you can look at my fan. I get real hot when I start reading for people. That's all kinds of creepy, isn't it? If you were to come in the room right now and just see that fan spinning, what would you be thinking? There we go. I'm back. Hello, I'm back. Hello. I'm back. So here I am. I've coming up on the first hour here. Just doing blind readings. Doing it in a different format than what I normally do. Now you get to see me and the cards. What a treat, right? Can I just take a moment to talk about shampoo? Because I just changed shampoos because the shampoo I had, I felt like my hair was constantly dirty or greasy, not dirty. And I got this new shampoo and I feel like it still just doesn't feel as clean or doesn't look as clean. I think it might be my water, not the shampoos, but the water here. I do look a lot blonder on this screen. I think I'm going to switch out my deck. Been using the Apocalyptus deck by Eric C. Dunn, and now I'm going to use the Illuminati deck by Eric C. Dunn. Bum, ba-da-da-dum, bum, bum, bum. you're just joining us, this is a free reading, but it is also a blind reading. So what that means is that rather than telling me your question, I will just ask you to tell me that you're ready. And when you're ready, just focus on your question while I shuffle the cards, and then we'll see what the cards reveal with regard to your question. Poking around my screen here looking for something, so forgive me if I don't acknowledge you right away. There is a little bit of a delay. It's not what I want. What I want is here. There. I'm not crying, by the way. If I look like I'm crying, it's because my allergies are killing me. it's a little after an hour, a little more than an hour since I got on here. Looks like things have quieted down. So I think I may go ahead and sign off. I'll try and make this a regular occurrence. I like doing the readings blind. I feel like there's a lot of advantages to that for both you and me. And I don't have any plans to be on again until Sunday. I will be posting the week ahead pick a card, but I may get on tomorrow. It kind of depends how I feel. I'm feeling a little from all the pollen in the air right now, so I'm not motivated, kind of sleepy. Anyway, if you came and watched, if you came and got a blind reading, thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. It's always good to see you. And if you just came in and watched, thank you for participating in your way. I hope you enjoyed what you saw. And I'm signing off now, and I hope that I will see you again someday.